experiencing high numbers of influenza, along with COVID, along with strep throat, and then RSV.
Now to an update on the wildfires burning in Los Angeles County.
It's now been a week since the two largest fires burning in the area started.
Inflation numbers out today show U.S. consumers face rising prices for a third straight month in December. The just-released Consumer Price Index was up 2.9%.
Health authorities in Georgia on high alert after confirming the state's first commercial case of bird flu at a poultry facility. All poultry activities suspended statewide until...
Oh, wow. So I'm back. Hey, how you doing? If you've stayed subscribed for the last few months that I've been gone, thank you so much. You are a real one. Love you so much. Hello, my name is Kay. I'm a former professional home organizer, and I am on a mission to help you create a home that not only feels amazing to you, but helps you function in your everyday real life. When I decided to take a break from this channel a few months ago, it wasn't because I'd run out of ideas. It was because I needed time to step back, think about what I was doing, who I was doing it for, but most importantly, why I was doing it in the first place. I had gotten a little lost along the way, and I figured out that I wasn't showing up for you the same way I was actually showing up for clients in the first place. Somewhere along the way, it started to feel a little bit repetitive and superficial, and that's not why I'm here. And so that's why I needed to take a break. Back in 2013, when I first opened my business and I started helping people organize their homes and declutter their homes, I really thought that it was going to just be about tidying up and making things look really beautiful and helping them declutter. And that was, the end of the story. But very quickly, I discovered that it was a lot more than that. It was a lot about feelings. I would sit with clients and discuss how stressed it made them feel when they opened up a messy drawer or when they opened up a messy closet, how much anxiety they would experience from that. I listened to people talk about how much guilt they felt over clutter that they had accumulated or collected from a loved one who had passed away or someone that they didn't speak to anymore. I talked with people who felt really guilty about being stuck in destructive shopping habits, especially during the lockdown. I talked a lot with people who thought they had failed their families because their homes had gotten out of control and they felt like they were not good parents or not good spouses or bad roommates because they had let their disorder get out of control. There is so much stuff, and it's not just about items, it's about feelings, it's about life experiences, and it's about habits, and it's a lot deeper than I thought it was going into it. One by one with clients, I would sit and we would untangle all these feelings and we would talk about how things made them feel, and I would encourage them to really serve themselves in this process above anything else, above any of the guilt, above any of the anxiety, and just kind of push through and make a space that felt good to them. And it was so much more than what I originally thought it was. And I realized that I loved helping people through that process so much. It was as meaningful and helpful for me as it was to them. And I know this deeply because I wasn't always a very organized person. When I was a kid, I had a lot of stuff. I was an only child. I was a military brat. We moved all around. So my parents always made sure I had all kinds of things. So I had so much stuff. And one of my favorite things to do on days off from school or when school was, or during summers, was to take my room apart and move everything around. I loved doing that. I loved reorganizing little drawers. I remember I had one drawer just full of markers that I just reorganized over and over again, and it would stay organized for a little bit, but I never decluttered anything, so it really never stayed that way. I did this over and over again into adulthood, and then one day I realized that if I were to set up a system, both declutter and set up a system that worked for me personally and not just something I saw on Pinterest or in a magazine, something that actually worked for my habits and the way that I functioned, that worked. And so I wanted to pass on what I found out about myself to others. And now here's the thing that I don't think gets talked about enough is one of the reasons I really wanted to get organized as an adult. I was a young adult when this happened, is because I was very stressed out by what was going on in the world, what was going on in my life. I had a stressful job. I had strains in my friendships, relationships, and I couldn't control anything that was happening outside of my home. But I could control my surroundings, how serene they were, how much stuff I saw, how much it made me anxious. I could control that. And so I aimed to make my surroundings as serene as possible to help me feel peace when I came into my home so that I could leave all of that nonsense outside. And here we are in 2025, and I know that it is feeling a little chaotic already, even though we're only in January when I'm filming this video. I know that out there right now seems a lot for a lot of us. I think that creating a space that serves you when you come back from being out there is a form of self-care that I want to help you with. So I'm back. I'm excited to be with you again to help you declutter, organize, and create a space that feels good to you in 2025. I made a video a little while ago about how to declutter. I will link it down in the description below so you can watch that after you watch this one. But I'm going to do a more in-depth version of that video for 2025, so stay tuned for that. So I am really excited to be back. I have missed you. I love you. If you are interested in what is going on in the rest of my life other than organizing homes, I do have a personal channel. I will link that down below. If you want to play some games and stuff, I will also link my gaming channel down below. But stay tuned for more organizing content in 2025. I'm very excited to be back. I love y'all. So I thought I'd do a quick personal update for those that care and aren't subscribed to my personal channel. The past few months have been ironically a little chaotic, even though I haven't been uploading to this channel. My music career and music stuff, activities in the background have actually been really busy, and they've been really great, if I'm gonna be honest. I did not work a lot as a soprano when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. I kind of gave up on it a little bit. I stopped singing for a long time, and so I gave it a good push, especially after COVID, and well, not after COVID because we're still in. Anyway, and it's really fun. I have had so many fun concerts and experiences. And this December, I was super, super busy the entire month. Musicians are really busy in December. If you know any professional musicians in real life, you know that December is really wild because there's Messiahs, there's Christmas concerts, there's, especially if you know a dancer, you know that they're doing Nutcracker every day. And I've got a bunch of stuff that is coming up right now. I'm getting ready to sing my second opera role ever. I've only been Queen of the Night. I've been an opera chorus person for a long time as a professional, but I've never actually sang a lead role because I'm really good at hiding. But I have been asked to sing the lead role in Hansel and Gretel. I was going to say before, I've only done Queen of the Night, which is, she's only on stage for 14 minutes, but Hansel and Gretel is pretty much it's a big thing for me. So I've been doing that for the last few weeks, and I'm really excited to make the debut next week. If you're in Boston, you can come see me at the library a few times. And I've got a number of other concerts happening. And then I've got another opera role to learn for June. I'm just so thrilled. I feel really blessed and excited to be doing all this stuff this year. I'm also really excited about Nintendo's new Switch console coming out well, they're going to announce it in April. I don't know when it's coming out, but I am very excited about that. So head on over to my game channel for updates about that. But I have been super chill over the last couple months. I mean, I did crash out a little bit on my main channel, not main channel, but on my other channel, because I just felt really burnt out. And I know a lot of people, especially the ladies, feel burnt out. Oh, and yes, I do have different hair. I got braids for a couple of months. They are not my favorite. I do think they look cute. I think they do eat, but I'm excited to go back to my natural hair. I needed a break, and they're cute, but they're long, as you can see, because this is up. This is a ponytail that's up at the top of my head. So I'm excited to go back to my natural curly self. I'm gonna treat myself to an actual curly haircut at a curly hair salon, as I haven't been to a hair salon like that since 2016. You know the split ends are splitting. You know they are splitting. You know it's bad. So I'm excited to go get my hair done, do a little self-care, because my whole thing in 2025 is like taking care of one's self, because I haven't really done that in the past. Well, ever. So we're going to take care of myself. I'm going to redo this office a little later in the year. So I'm very excited about that as well, so I can have the pastel office of my dreams. Anyway, that is the personal update for 2025. Clover is doing great. I will probably have a little footage of him. It's cold as the Antarctica outside, so we're not walking outside today, but he is doing great. We're all doing great, and I am really excited to be back on this channel. So thanks for watching my little personal update. I will see you in the next video, which will probably be next week. All right, take care of yourselves and the ones around you.